Trooper Brooks David joining us in studio this morning as he does every Tuesday morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All right, so one of the big questions somebody had sent me earlier in the week was the thing about, you know, when you come in and move into the state of Louisiana and you have to change your license plate and the sticker, the inspection sticker and all that kind of stuff. Do you have to do that pretty quickly once you move into the state of Louisiana?
No, they give you time. Actually,
Okay.
the inspection sticker, as long as they have an inspection sticker on the vehicle from another state, you're all right. But your license, your driver's license, and your license plate must be switched to your new address.
Okay, so it has to have the new address on it.
Yes.
Okay, so that's like one of the first things you should probably do when you're coming
Yeah,
into
they
the
give
state.
you time.
Okay.
To change all that, it doesn't have to be within the first day or two of you getting
Yeah,
here.
you get here, you have to go to the DMV right away.
Yeah, but we see a lot of times people that live here that have their vehicles registered in Florida or Texas.
Yeah,
or
different states.
Different states. But if you reside here and most of your time is spent in Louisiana, that vehicle must be registered here.
So, and the complaint that the person had was that this person has had that plate like for a very long time. So, but doesn't it cost money when you have to get a new plate that says Louisiana?
Yeah, when you go to DMV and you register it in another state, they're gonna charge you to register that vehicle here.
Okay, so that probably could be why that particular
And I mean,
situation.
but it's not expensive.
It's not hugely cost prohibitive.
No.
Okay. All right. Phone lines have lit up. I don't know what we said. All right. Good morning.
I didn't
You're on
do
the
it.
air.
Yeah, I have a question along the same line. I have a daughter that's a new driver, and she is driving Nana's car, and Nana is from Mississippi. We haven't bought the car or anything, but she is currently driving the car with the Mississippi plates on it. Is that legal?
Yeah, it's legal. You don't own the vehicle. Nana still owns the vehicle. So as long as Nana lives in Mississippi, it's all good.
Shout out to
Okay.
Wow.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, no kidding, right?
Thanks, Nana.
Thanks, Nana. You're like the best. All right. Good morning, caller. You're next.
Good morning, Trooper David. Could you answer a question for me about at a red light early in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday morning, let's say 5 o'clock in the morning, there's no other traffic on the road, and the red light just doesn't seem to change. How long does a person have to stay at that red light before they can proceed?
Okay, I'd like no joke. I think about this all the time, and I know, like, I just want to hit the accelerator, but what's the rule?
There's no rule except you never pass a red light. I would first dial someone and let them know, whether it's Story LSP, if it's a state highway or whatever, let them know that light is malfunctioning. I've been in those shoes a couple of times and just had to wait a little while longer, and it switches. I'm not ever going to tell anybody you're good
Pretty
to go
much
through a red light.
That has happened to me a couple of times, and I've wanted to go, but I haven't.
But, sometimes
Surprisingly.
you never... You know what I always think when that happens and there's no one around?
Right.
Who's to say there's not going to be a car that pulls out onto the road?
I know.
See, that's how I am. The drives to church point on the weekends, I hold on tight when my wife's driving because those cars pull out and they pull out from driveways.
Yeah.
So even though it's even though everyone should look, you should still be ready in case someone pulls out. It's the same with the red lights. Okay, I'm a rule follower. Can you tell?
I love it, but I am too. I feel you, man. I'm so afraid I'm going to get a ticket somewhere. I'm like, okay, I'll do everything I'm supposed to do. All right, to the next call. Good morning. You're up next. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a question for Trooper David.
Sure.
I know the school bus, when it stops to pick children up and the oncoming traffic has to stop, when there's a open median, like a turn lane, the oncoming traffic does not have to stop. Is that correct?
If it's a 4-lane or more highway.
Right.
If it's a 2-lane with a divided with a turning lane, you have to stop.
I'll give you this example. In Bro Bridge, there's a 4-lane in Bro Bridge, and right by the lake, there's a school bus that picks up kids right there. And somebody's going to get in an accident because these people continue to stop, and
yet the police department doesn't come and tell these people, y'all need to go. Y'all can't hold up traffic like this. Is there any way someone can get the message to the Breaux Bridge Police Department to let them tell these officers to patrol right there so these people don't stop? It's going to cause a crash.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Well, and maybe they have heard.
I don't think it's only Breaux Bridge. I
yeah,
think
a lot of other areas too.
I see it when I'm going down Ambassador Caffrey. And the thing you have to realize, yes, it may cause a crash, but the people probably don't know. But their first instinct is to stop because they do not want the children to get hurt.
And for 10 years, that was the law.
Right.
And I'd rather people be stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to cause a crash, but
Sure.
in the situation where it's busy intersection, I'd rather someone assume and stop than assume and go.
Not saying that it's legal, but what's going to cause more of a problem, that vehicle stopping or police going, making traffic stops by this bus and causing more havoc than is already there. So that's why we try to put the word out on TV and on radio and whenever we give safety talks.
Mm-hmm.
You should go on the radio regularly.
Yeah,
maybe
like once
to
a week.
get your message out.
Like on a Tuesday or something.
Tuesdays at 7 sounds good.
No, but the good thing is to that gentleman who called, I know that a lot of folks from St. Martin Parish listen, and I know some folks from Breaux Bridge who listen. So we'll definitely write it down. But the Breaux Bridge PD might be listening now anyway, so they might be like, "Hey."
And you can't get it out to everyone. Let me just broach a subject real quick. Obviously, as we're watching the things happening in Brussels, this kind of coordinated attack, different places. We're a state that has one of the largest ports on the Gulf Coast.
Yep.
Does state police are you guys involved in plans or contingency situations if an attack were to ever happen on the state, and how the rest of the state deals with it?
State police stays up to date with what's going on throughout the world, not only in the United States. They look at threat assessments. They speak of threat assessments, and we train on those threat assessments. Yes, there is plans in place. State police always has troopers ready to react and go to those situations as soon as they occur. Without going into detail with anything, but the Colonel of State Police, Colonel Edmondson, and the Governor's Office of Homeland Security are always monitoring what's going on throughout the world and here in the United States, because it happened in Brussels, it happened in Paris. And, it happened here in Lafayette on a smaller scale last year. So, but we always have to be ready no matter what the attack or whatever occurs here in Louisiana.
All right, Trooper Brooks David, every Tuesday you can hear him right here. Thanks for coming in. Always great information.